let's jump right into life hacks and with the negotiation. So we were talking about offline a little bit about some life hacks and some negotiation hacks. I know you got some practical examples. So talk to me kind of about how this works.
So I would tell you that the easiest life hack and probably the best is the accusations audit, where we proactively attack the negatives before they're actually spoken. You're actually reaching into someone's brain and you're shutting off the negative emotions that they have about the conversation that you're about to engage in, about the interaction that you're going to have with them.
Right.
And the example that I brought up before was checking into the hotel, right? I'm checking into the hotel.
Because we've all experienced that, where you get up, check-in's not till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Yeah. And
you got to,
$75 will get you in.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I'm not paying $75 to check in 2 hours early.
Right.
So I walk up to the counter and I tell the person behind the counter, I'm about to make your day that much harder. Now think about that for a second. That person behind the counter gets dumped on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Customers coming in, the room is not right. The room is not ready. They wanted, they want an upgrade for free. They're jet lagged, etc.
Yeah.
And so you see the color drain from their face.
They wait in line for a long time.
Exactly. They've just traveled across the country and they're just in a bad mood.
Right.
Those are who the clerk behind the counter receives on a regular basis. So when I walk up to them and I say, I'm about to make your day that much harder.
They're thinking the worst.
They're thinking the worst. They're saying, this guy just drove his car into the side of the building. He's got a dead body in the suitcase. Whatever he's going to tell me is not going to be good.
Right. Because who would start the conversation like that?
Exactly. And so they go to the far end of the fear and negativity, worst case spectrum. And then I hit them with the question, would it be a bad idea if I checked in early? And the relief that they display once they hear what I'm actually asking makes them want to let me check in early, because they're grateful for the fact that I didn't run into the side of the building and there is no body in my suitcase. So that's the quickest life hack, because anytime the words I want or I need are in your head or the head of the other person that you're dealing with, it's a difficult conversation and there's going to be negative emotions. It's invariable. It's going to be there. So the sooner you knock out those negative emotions that the other side has, the smarter they become, the more cooperative and collaborative they become.
Do you think you can use that on a cold call?
Sure.
Like, as soon as they answer,
this is probably
the worst call you can have today.
No, you're probably wondering why you even picked up the phone.
Right.
You're probably going to think this is a big waste of your time.
Right.
And then you jump into it. Just those two sentences.
You try to get them to say no, right? Isn't that part of it?
Yeah, you could. Is now a bad time to talk? So you're taking care of the negatives with 2 accusations audits on the front, and then no oriented question. Is now a bad time to talk?
Right. And I've heard it the opposite way. Right. It's now a good time to talk, but that gives them, like, they think they're committing to something.
Yeah, you're driving for a yes, and yes is commitment on anybody's scale, and people don't like committing themselves, especially to a stranger.